All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the American Dota League. Here we've got Evil Geniuses versus Smeagol. This is the second to last game of the day. Once again, thanks for joining us. My name is Mont. With me tonight is my co-caster, NY John. How are you, John?
I'm doing good, and I'm excited to see this game. Smeagol kind of dropping the ball against Liquid, not giving us the good effort we expected out of them, but they get a second opportunity today against Evil Geniuses. Smeagol is a team that's middle of the pack in ADL in terms of their record, and they certainly are looking to try and gain some ground, especially with Evil Geniuses and Liquid having played less games, catching up, and their records are starting to look really strong. Evil Geniuses not dropping a game yet.
Yeah, I mean, they're 10-0 right now. EG is just blowing through the competition right now. Of course, their biggest test was up against Team Liquid and Dignitas. They did beat Dignitas earlier this afternoon. Team Liquid, that game got postponed because of issues with their stand-ins, or not stand-ins, their actual players, excuse me. So, with that being said, EG, they're looking real strong. They're going to go ahead and ban out the IO and the Bat Rider. We see the Darkseer and Treant ban now coming out from Smeagol, as they don't want to have to deal with that again, as the last game was rough. They did not like Mike's Treant Protector. Mike, the master of the Treants, from time to time. He's been known to be annoying on that hero. But with this draft right now, they do leave a couple of heroes open to be picked. Lifestealer could be potentially one of them. There is that Nature's Prophet. We will see what Smeagol wants to go for here, though.
Yeah, it's tough not to pick Prophet just because he seems to be the best hero available at this point. So if you pick up the Prophet, you look pretty solid, but then you give up Evil Geniuses, whatever they want to go for. And we saw before with Evil Geniuses game, they went off the beaten trail a little bit. They decided to first pick Sven and maybe
Sven
even a Disruptor.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's hard enough to play against these solid teams, but when they're drafting on a different wavelength than you, it makes it much more difficult because you can't really contest those picks at all. And if Evil Geniuses want to get their hands on those heroes, they in all likelihood can, because you can't just be like, well, they might go Sven Disruptor, so let's give them Darkseer or Bat Rider or what have you. It really does make it difficult in an uphill battle for a lot of these teams, but they're going to pick up the Lone Druid, which is a hero that Smurf has a lot of experience on.
Yeah, absolutely. Smurf is probably best known for his Lone Druid play. He can play it so well. He does have that great Lone Druid, but he's going to need a lot more from his team. And you talked about effort earlier on, and yeah, they need to put forth a little bit more effort in this game. I mean, much love to Smeagol, but the showing against Team Liquid was not what they wanted, potentially. Lifestealer and Bane, those are going to be the two pickups for Evil Geniuses, and those came ridiculously quickly from one another. But, of course, Bane really good. Enfeeble that Bear. Of course, you can also Fiend's Grip the hero. Get that going, Nightmare the Bear, and I think Bane's definitely a solid pickup. Lifestealer, of course, is a great carry. They're going to go for the Nature's Prophet, get that split pushing going, get the pushing in general going for Smeagol. So the two teams right now looking pretty good in terms of a draft. I don't want to give anybody an edge at this point. I think it's a little too early on. But, of course, EG working with all five of their players. Of course, Smeagol is as well, but they're a little bit less... what's the word I'm looking for? Practice against these kind of teams. Evil Geniuses, they've been playing. Of course, they went to DreamHack. They made it to the semifinals, I believe, or was it the semis? I think they made it to the
Yeah,
semis.
I think they're Final Four, so I'm pretty sure they made it to semis.
Right.
But yeah, I do like this opening from Smeagol. Lone Druid and Nature's Prophet both give you good pushing options. Lone Druid being added to a Nature's Prophet probably means that either Prophet's going to make it the rare appearance in the middle lane, or they're going to try and fit one of these into some kind of dual lane, tri-lane situation, which could be a little awkward depending on how it actually pans out. But I'm not going to speculate too hard because, you know, Prophet could go to that off lane, Lone Druid could go your safe lane, then
Well, you could do Prophet Jungle and then Lone Druid wherever you want, though, right?
you could do Prophet Jungle. It's not the quickest jungle, though, so committing him off the bat to a jungle could set you behind a little bit, and Evil Genius to have the structure of a good tri-lane. And if we don't see Visage banned out here, I really think they're going to take this aggressive Lifesteal Bane Visage. But we'll see if Smeagol are going to be on top of that and ban that out. Either way, they have good pushing core heroes. And if they build on top of that, maybe get something like a Dragonite or a Leshrac support, they can have some opportunities early game to get towers down and get some map control.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll have to wait and see, though, what they decide to go for. It is Evil Genius's pick. Will they go for the Visage? Fear loves to play that hero. But he likes to play a lot of support heroes recently. I mean, we could just count them off. I mean, Visage, you got the Bane, you've got the Sven, you've got the Zeus, you've got a whole lot of heroes that he could play in a really good regard. So Depending on what they want to pick up here, it's probably going to be a hero for Fear. I mean, Bane's probably going to be played by Beatas, I'd imagine. That's the hero that he generally goes for when it's picked up. But with that being said, I mean, seeing a Fear Visage is quite, I think, an exciting thing. So we'll have to wait and see if Old Man Dodo picks that up for himself. But he's got a minute and 37 seconds left on the reserve time right now. Up against Smeagol, they do want to try to stop this push, so they'll need a little bit of pushback as well, which they don't have a whole lot of here in terms of AoE damage and just clearing the creep wave. Something like a Keeper of the Light might be good in this regard, in which case then I think Fear would probably play the Bane in that scenario. But Bane, Keeper of the Light, Lifestealer might not be the best choice if you're going for that tri-lane. However, it does give you that pushback.
Yeah, and where they're standing right now, I wouldn't be too surprised if they went for something like a Storm Spirit again too, just because Storm works well against Nature's Prophet. He's pretty good against Lone Druid, depending on what phase of the game you're in, but of course works even better with Lifestealer. So it's not as much who you're against, it's what you have to work with, and they certainly have the tools that can make Storm a very successful hero again in this game. So there's potential for that. For Smeagol, they're going to be looking for probably a couple supports to pick up here before the pool gets depleted entirely. But Evil Genius are taking a long time with this pick. I think the Visage has to be in the discussion at the very least, but if they pick up a second Disable from a support, it could be a really strong tri-lane nonetheless. So it could be a Jakiro, it could be a couple various options. The Lina or the Leshrac are also good, but it will be the Visage.
So we talked about it, and
it was so easy for us to pick. I don't know why Evil Geniuses took an extra minute and a half.
Yeah, exactly. Come on, EG, speed your picking up a little bit. Fear, get it together. But no, but in all intents and purposes, these discussions need to happen. But Visage is that is the correct choice. So that is the right choice for them. Certainly, that is an aggressive tri-lane, or just any tri-lane that you do not want to have to face. And even with the Shadow Demon, with the disruption to save your life, it might not be enough. I mean, there's going to be a lot of damage coming out, and Soul Assumption, just in general, is a ridiculously good spell, and I've said that before. But and then there's this, they get a Storm Spirit on top of it too, which you talked about. So you're like 2 for 2 right now. The Spirit Bomb, as you called it, it is coming right now with that Lifestealing Storm Spirit. So Smeagol's got to play against it twice in a row. This time not with Korok, but maybe Demon instead on that Storm Spirit, who probably could play it just as well. So
do you want to Smeagol pick the OD and ban out the Lich? That would be pretty funny if they did that now, but I don't know if that is actually going to happen. I think they'll just try and pick a better middle matchup. Maybe something like the Puck here. Wouldn't be too bad of an idea since they don't have many disables outside of Disruption. But this is pretty funny how it's panning out a similar setup. And I mean, it would be very ballsy from Smeagol considering how the last game went to pick the OD again. But being able to ban out the Lich does make that middle lane a lot better for you. They could still feature a duo that would frustrate an OD. And I don't know if I would roll the dice again because Smurf didn't have a great time, but it definitely would be comical.
It would be, but I mean, I'm not gonna listen. I don't think they're gonna do that.
No.
They've got 35 seconds left from reserve time. They're really thinking about it. I think they do want to just pick up a legitimate mid.
I think it's a Puck.
Yeah, I mean, Puck makes the most sense.
Ooh.
They're gonna go for the Luna though instead to get that support right now, which means that Puck could potentially get banned out or the OD depending on what EG fears more. But they're gonna go with the Alchemist instead. I guess there isn't really a carry yet, so there's that. I mean, you have the Lone Druid, though, so I don't know what the Alchemist ban is about, but I'm not really concerned either way. So,
yeah.
Smeagol, they've got a ban as well, so.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about this. Smeagol have a very ambiguous lineup. I don't know where the Lone Druid is going, I don't know where Nature's Prophet's going. I don't think they could put Prophet middle against a Storm. I'm pretty sure that's a Storm-favored lane. So,
I think
a lot of Smeagol have to pick a... They could Lone Druid middle, I suppose. Have they done that before?
I've seen Smurf do that like once or twice before. I'm pretty sure.
I don't know. It's just not my favorite lane because it's one of those lanes where you try and stay middle, and if Storm leaves, maybe you can get a tower eventually, but there's not much kill potential in terms of Lone Druid, even with roaming coming in from his team, so that's a difficult lane to work with. Evil Genius is going to pick up the Enigma with the 5th pick here, so they get a little bit of team fight, get a little bit of deny. If they decided to go the OD, they can deal with it a little bit better, but of course that won't happen. Nonetheless, this is a nice pick because now they're going to be able to control that top lane if that's where they want to put it. If they go the aggressive tri-lane, then Enigma should have a good time up there against Nature's Prophet or Lone Druid, whomever his opponent is.
Right. Yeah, that Enigma pickup certainly interesting. I'm not really I'm still thinking about Smeagol's last pick here. I don't know what they're going to do. They've got 25 seconds of reserve time. I mean, Lone Druid mid is what's screaming at me right now because they've done that before. But I'm... well, they have 12 seconds of reserve time, so we're going to find out soon enough, I guess, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to happen regardless. 5 seconds now, and it's going to be the Juggernaut, so that's going to be a part of the tri-lane. So Shadow Demon, Lina, Juggernaut, that's a pretty good tri-lane to go up against the Visage, Bane, and Lifestealer if they want to go aggressive tri-lane, which is what's going to happen. I mean, that's how EG likes to play, as we've mentioned before. Actually, no, it's going to be the Visage Storm Spirit? No, Visage, Visage, Enigma, Bane? Because Bambo likes to be in that part of that tri-lane. Maybe they won't go solo with that Lifestealer right now. But enough about the theory crafting. We're going to jump into the game in just a second anyways, guys. Thank you for joining us on the ADL. And make sure you guys purchase up a Dota TV ticket. Check out tour.com/AmericanDota. As well as twitch.tv/American Dota League. We are waiting on Betas to pick up that Bane. And we'll jump right into the game. But yeah, I guess we're going to see where this laning is in just a moment here.
Yeah, my problem with Smeagol's lineup is the lack of disables. You're against the Storm Spirit, you need a hard disable to really cope with him effectively, and they're going to be reliant on either the randomness of an Entangle coming out or Light Strike already being on point in every single instance of usage. So it could be a tough look for Smeagol, and that is exactly what a Storm Spirit player wants.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're going to get a pause, maybe some ping issues, maybe something like that. It is Jo pausing it, so Jo's going to be out on Lifestealer for the side of EG. We're going to see Demon going mid on that Storm Spirit. Going bottom is going to be Betas on the Bane. We'll see Bambo playing the Visage. And Fear will be on the Enigma. So very interesting. We'll see what they want to do here. And Fear right now, I'm not sure where he's going to be going. Might throw one of those denies mid real quick just so that Smurf on that Lone Druid has a little bit more of a rough time. As you can see, Smurf is going to be playing the Lone Druid on the side of Smeagol. See Hasu on the Juggernaut on the Clouds, or Clouds will be on the Shadow Demon, Smeagol on the Nature's Prophet, and Taku will be on the Lina. So it looks like they want to do, they want to dodge this tri-lane. As you see, the Lina is heading top right now, so they're just going to try to go aggressive tri-lane against the solo Lifestealer, which means we will see some rotations early on here if they decide to make this decision. Actually, it looks like Hasu's bottom, so are they going to dual lane? I'm not really sure what they're going to be doing here.
Both teams are looking really awkward setups. This is a jungle build on Fear. You can look at his items. He has 5 Clarities, a couple Sentries, and Tangos. So I'd imagine he's going to deny one of these lanes and then head over to one of the jungles. I'm not sure we can assume it's going to be his own jungle quite yet, because this duo lane between a Visage and Bane, while they're 2 great supports, without really having that hard-hitting carry, I don't know how much success they're going to have unless they're up against this solo Juggernaut, which is an awkward setup from Smeagol. So both teams are playing mind games with us right now, as they can't see each other. And it's hard to really speculate. I don't think Lena's going to end up soloing top. My money would be against that, so who's going to join her?
I mean, I guess, I don't know, not the Furion, maybe Clouds, but it'd be a weird dual lane with Shadow Demon and the
Support
Lina.
Battles. Support
Yes.
dual lanes.
Support dual lane up against the solo Lifestealer, who probably has an okay time in that lane. Maybe. I don't know. This is the strangest thing. Maybe they're like just trying to figure out what they exactly want to do, just trying to get their game plan going at this point. Really, in all honesty, we have absolutely no idea what's going to happen. We just have to wait for them to unpause. And we're just throwing out terms and theories here, and really what we say doesn't matter until the game actually goes. It's just like, yeah, they might do this, they might do that, really don't know until we actually jump into the game, which hopefully is right now, as both say, go, Beatus' battle. In fact, we will get into the battle. Looking at the laning assignments right now, on the Clouds, looks like he just wants to go ward mid real quick. The Lina's up here, Juggernaut isn't leaving, Hasu's down here alone, and the Nature's Prophet, is he going to be up there in that tri-lane as well? I don't know, but this is strange. I mean, Fear is coming down to the bottom lane as well, so he might be doing jungling, like you said, but in the opposing team jungle. This is the strangest thing I've seen in a while. The Treant going out, scouting things out up here in the top lane. Jo's going to try to just take and do some damage to it, but it's going to go down and die, so not able to accomplish a whole lot. That Treant just gathering information. They do know that that is Jo up there, so they assume that it's going to be solo Jo. Of course, we do see Visage as well as the Bane just sitting right here near this ward spot. Beat is, of course, you have that Observer ward up on him. Nice little drawing there, of course, with that line. And then, yeah, we're going to see Beat is potentially put up a ward. There it goes. And now they're going to go ahead and go in this tri-lane. Fear's going to go ahead and deny one of these creeps so that it doesn't, of course, the wave gets pushed back to their tower. So Hasu will have some difficulties early on. He's got nobody pulling for him right now, and it is going to be Clouds and Taku. They're rotating to the ancient spawn point, and now they're looking like they want to head top. I think they're dancing around. They can't figure out what to do. They actually might just go for an early gank here mid. And Demon has absolutely no idea that this is happening, by the way. Here comes the disruption. They're going to go on this. Light Striker is going to hit. Demon's going to be in some trouble. The Static Remnant's going to do some damage, getting body blocked, taking more damage there. Static Remnant again. Can they get this kill? Yes, this will be first blood. Taku will grab it, but Taku, he's not going to go down either. He'll survive, but just barely. And that was just the most aggressive early game play. That's exactly what they wanted to do. They wanted to be aggressive there, let Hasu survive down in that bottom lane while they went for a gank, killed Demon mid. Now this is really the tryhard of Smeagol that I wanted to see. Now Fear looking for maybe a Malphite, but of course he can just Blade Fury out of that. So everybody's rotating back down here, and Demon dies once.
Yeah, and it was definitely an interesting open. It looks like it's going to be full roam on these supports. So they're just going to try and create opportunities wherever they can, and of course, once Nature's Prophet gets a couple levels on top lane, he could join, and he's in a bad lane for himself, so it's going to be really important that he gets out of that lane whenever he can. That's Smeagol on the top, and join the fray, get some assists, get some kills, but Hasu on the bottom lane definitely needed some help, so for them to rotate in now is going to be crucial for him if he wants to have any success in this game. But middle lane definitely getting off to the right tone. I mean, Lone Druid needs these levels. He needs the possibility of an entangle to even harass Demon significantly. You can see the bear has gone back to base to heal up, but he'll be making his way back into the action soon enough. And this is a lane where ideally you're breaking even. It's a wash. You're getting your farm on Lone Druid, you're getting your farm on Storm Spirit, because Lone Druid really can't prevent his farm independently. So that's why we saw the supports getting involved early. They're going to need to do a lot more to try and slow down Demon. As we saw last game, Storm Spirit in the hands of Korok can be pretty crazy and out of control. Demon plays a slightly different Storm Spirit in terms of his actual execution, but still a very strong one nonetheless.
Absolutely, and we will see how that does pan out as the game moves along. Demon with a haste rune right now, trying to do some damage to Smurf, who's pretty squishy on that Lone Druid, of course, in his just regular form, but with his true form, of course, becomes a lot more tanky there. Do see some Soul Assumption stacks going for the Visage right now. EG taking some damage down here in this bottom lane, not accomplishing a whole lot, just trying to get that Soul Ring, as you can see, for Fear. Right now, just using some clarities up in the top lane. Smeagol, he's sitting at 7 last hits. However, the Lifestealer is at 10, so that lane is going better for Jo, of course, but he's still taking more right-click damage. In the mid lane right now, 10 last hits going for Demon. Right now, you can see actually 12 going for Smurf, so Smurf doing a very good job as well getting the CS. Not really stopping Demon, of course. They're just kind of battling each other, just trying to get last hits. And for the time being, despite that first blood, the roam's not coming or anything like that, and both teams are just content with farming. Just trying to push the wave back here at the bottom lane and getting some last hits, I suppose.
Yeah, and then we see, once again, both of these sentries miss. This is the same ward spot earlier. I believe Salas was playing, I forget what team for, but he missed this ward, and it does hurt the lane a little bit because being able to have that pull would give you a better equilibrium. We see they have a good aggressive tri-lane as Clouds use Disruption, but it's just going to be for harass, it looks like. And if they were able to get that pull in action, then certainly they can get some people out of position with Disruption, chain it up, and get the early game damage from Juggernaut. That's why you have a Juggernaut, for early game damage output.
Absolutely. I mean, he's not going to be there to try to get the later stage of the game and carry as hard as maybe somebody like the Lone Druid, who's actually doing very well. Smurf with 18 last hits. He's also going to be getting 6 really quick, which also is very good to just make him more tanky, as well as Storm Spirit getting 6 as well, but that's not a big surprise there considering he's in the mid lane. But, you know, top 5 farmers, you know, one of them is from the side of Smeagol, everybody else is on EG, so they do have that going for them right now. Jug's not getting a whole lot of farm. As you can see, he's only getting 4 last hits, so they are stopping him from farming, but they're not doing a whole lot in terms of getting kills, in terms of aggressing. The Nature's Prophet actually has to head back home. He's got a TP, but his actual teleportation ability is not available to him, so he's going to TP back up to that top lane. Down in the bottom lane, still no real aggression coming just yet. They're going to use another Eidolon Demonic Conversion going for Fear. And I'm just waiting until they want to go ahead and try to push this. They're going to get that Soul Ring soon. Just needs, of course, the Ring of Protection. No, it was the Ring of Regen, excuse me. Forgot the recipe for a second. And Demon in the mid lane. Just going to try to last hit right now. He's got 2 into that pull, so he's going to have that longer pull timing. That disable's super nice to have. And when, of course, that Lifestealer hits 6, they might also go for some ganks as well. There's an Orb of Venom on Jo, so the harass is there. Smeagol's got to be careful. Meanwhile, bottom lane right now looks like there is a disruption. The Blade Fury's going to go as well. The Light Strike Array, Bambo taking a lot of damage. Bambo's in some trouble. The TP from Smeagol. Right now they're going to try to clean this up. Beatus, he might be next. He's going to eat his way out, and that should be it there. A nice way to eat his way out, but are they going to come in and just turn this around right now? There's only 2 here, whereas there's 4 on the side of Smeagol, and that's, or excuse me, Smeagol. And that's a nice pickup there, getting that kill on Bambo. So nice aggression coming out with the disruption. A little bit of bad placement coming out from EG, and but that does allow Jo to get some more farm.
Yeah, now 2-0 lead for Smeagol in these weird lane setups. And I mean, just looking at this bottom lane, the farm beneficiary is, in fact, this Visage, which Visage means we're probably going to be catching a middle lane dive.
Yeah, Demon was so close to going down.
Top lane kill.
Yeah, Lifestealer picks up a kill on the Nature's Prophet. I was really interested in that middle lane action. Unfortunately, that means I missed the top lane kill that Jo got, of course, with the Orb of Venom, with the Phase Boots. Easy enough kill there. He's actually going to infest and pick up some more health as well as some gold from one of those creeps there. This bottom lane, though, already going not really the way of EG because they did go down.
Yeah, and the thought I was going to get at is we haven't seen a farming Visage since Dota All-Stars, when Visage was the most broken hero in the entire world, and he used to be ridiculous every single game. But the point is that farming Visage is interesting because we know Soul Assumption does a whole lot of damage. If he lives longer, he does a lot of damage. So they're going to try and get a mech up on him, and then probably that early Aghanims, and he can definitely work out for them in team fights. It's not optimal. It's not the best hero to put farm on. As the dive goes middle, Smurf's in trouble.
Smurf definitely in some trouble. He will go down. Demon, long dive there. Smeagol's here, but he's going to ball lightning out. Demon's fine. He's got a haste through, and Smeagol cannot chase that. And a nice play from Demon picking up that solo kill, stopping Smurf's farm. That is a big pickup for them. And now turning around, just doing some harassment damage to Smeagol there. That's going to be it. And still this bottom lane, you talked about that farming Visage. He is at 600 gold right now, but he's only got regular boots as well as the Ring of Basilius. So not a whole lot going on down here. Hasu's farm is 6 last hits. That's all he's got, and that kill on top of that. So in terms of just stopping the Juggernaut for his early damage, he does have the Blade Fury. He's going to eventually get level 6 and get that Omni Slash as well, but other than that, he's not going to get a whole lot done.
Yeah, and EG looked like, despite the fact they went down 2 kills early, they've rebounded, found their 2 kills, 2-2 now, and they look really strong. The gold graph is going to show us already 2,000 gold in favor of them and 2,000 experience as well. Demon in the middle lane caught that awkward timing. I mentioned this. This lane gets a little bit weird when Storm Spirit's level 6 and Lone Druid's level 6. If Lone Druid doesn't go instantly into that bear form, if he's a little bit greedy, the true form isn't used, then this is a really easy kill for a Storm Spirit. And we saw that happen there with that dive from Demon. Now Demon notices that Smurf is going to be in true form, so it's a lot more difficult to get that kill than it was previously.
Yeah, I mean, just the tankier aspect of that Lone Druid. And Smurf actually has some decent farm right now, 35 CS, but man, is Jo farming his ass away. He's got 55 CS. Demon's going to get first hit entangled here, but he's fine. That poison damage coming from the Orb of Venom not really bothering him. In fact, he's going to try to dive on Smurf here, or at least just do a little bit of damage here. That bear's still going right now. Phase Boot's done for the Nature's Prophet. Demon backing off. That bear still being annoying down in the bottom lane right now. Looks like there was going to be some sort of initiation. Not going to happen. Smeagol is heading back to the top lane right now. I think he did purchase up those Phase Boots. Not going to get a Hand of Midas just yet unless he wants to get it later. He certainly can. Down in the bottom lane now. It's just Farm City. I mean, 61 last hits right now for Jo, and he got a kill as well. I mean, his farm is outstanding. He's going to have a drum soon. EG's starting to push up here in the bottom lane, and there's not a whole lot they can do. Hasu's got no farm. There are 3 heroes here. They're pulling right now, as you can see, which is an interesting decision because Fear can just make Eidolons and throw them on the tower, essentially. And if they want to go for a dive, they can. They have that disruption available. The Eidolons are going to get made, and Taku's going to try to stop this from happening. But there's the disruption going in, the Soul Catcher as well, Bambo. But no follow-up right now. The Nightmare going, the Blade Fury, Hasu trying to go on Fear. Fear taking a lot of damage, the Soul Assumption. And Lena ended up getting that kill on Enigma. Now Beat is getting chased. He's going to get Sprout as well. Beat is caught between a rock and a hard place. There's going to be the Light Strike Array. That'll pick up the kill. And that's 2 more going for this tri-lane. This aggressive tri-lane has worked out in stopping the farm of Hasu. But in terms of getting kills, it's really done nothing.
Yeah, and this is interesting because if anyone is with us from the first game of the day, which was Dignitas versus EG, I believe, it's kind of different in some regards, but eerily similar in others, because Jo gets that soul lane, he gets massive farm, and you give up a little bit of a kill lead to your opponent. In that last game was Dignitas, they got ahead in kills, at one point doubling them up. I think it was 16-6 or something in terms of the actual kill lead. This game it's 4-2. If it evolves to that point and Jo still isn't a part of the action, then you're kind of sitting on the ace in the hole if you're EG. And when he comes out, he starts hitting really hard, and all of a sudden, that kill lead that you amassed really means next to nothing.
Absolutely. I mean, and we saw it. It was like 16-4 or something when EG started rebounding in that game against Dignitas, and they really started coming in their own. And, well, speaking of coming into their own, Jo has a Midas on top of his phase boots, so he got that a little bit later. Not that it really matters. I mean, he has the Midas, he's got the attack speed, so he doesn't even need to get Drum if he doesn't want to. If someone else on EG wants to pick it up, and it looks like Demon, he's got Robe of the Magi. He's going to be going for the Orc of Malevolence. I thought with Robe of the Magi first, I was like, maybe he's going to go Drum, but no, that's probably going to be the start of an Orchid. The boots are finally done for Fear. Fear's been in the jungle. He's realizing he needs to get some farm right now on the Enigma. There's an aggressive ward here coming out from Betas. This is a great tower pushing ward. Gives you plenty of vision. Certainly nice to have. They might just open up on Smeagol here. Jo is going to sit pretty far back, as well as Betas. Betas is trying to get 6. Meanwhile, missing a kill down in that bottom lane. Hasu using that Omni Slash to get that solo kill on Bambo, of course, with the help on the side of Luna. Taku will TP back down to the bottom lane. Meanwhile, Infest gonna go. Lifesteal's gonna grab that kill on the Nature's Prophet. So missing a bunch of kills on the map. My bad. Doesn't really matter though. They pick up the kills. It's 5-3. Nature's Prophet will go down. It looks like they use the Infest, the Open Wounds, maybe the Nightmare to set everything up as well. Now they're gonna go ahead and maybe try to push the tier 2 with the Eidolons as well.
Yeah, you missed the most anticlimactic kills in the world because on the bottom lane, Hasu just phase booted up and ulted the Visage to get a kill on a low health Visage. So Bambo being in the worst place at the worst times. But top lane, it was similar, just a little bit of a dive, and they guaranteed that kill. But one thing I just want to note is you take a look at the Storm Spirit in this game, and last game we talked about Korok being amazing on Storm Spirit. It's one of his most famed heroes, and you can see the build is just so different between players. I mean, Korok opts for 1-4-1. I believe this was a 1-3-3 initially or 1-3-2 for Storm Spirit initially. It's such a cool hero to watch because everyone plays him so differently, whether it's skill builds or even item builds. Like, everyone has their own take on it, so I really like that dimension.
Speaking of that Storm Spirit, he's going to go for that pull on Smirk. He's going to take some static remnant damage as well. Malphite is going to go. There's the black hole. They really want this kill. Can they get it? Smirk taking so much damage. Will he fall? He's taking a lot of damage trying to transform. Not going to live, but Fear, he might be next. Hasu's going to clean that up. Now the Naix is inside Demon, but no, that Soul Catcher, never mind. I got tricked out there for a second because the Naix stopped getting a kill on Smeagol while that was happening, but you brought up a very good point, and that not even just ability-wise. In terms of items, we saw Arcane Boots, Demon, Laguna Blade. He's going to ball lightning out. He'll be fine, but that was dangerous. Now, of course, the Familiars coming in, doing some damage with the tower there as well. Taku, you should be careful. Those Familiars could maybe just destroy you, but as I was saying, Demon with his item build right now, he's got Treads, he's got, of course, the bottle. Does not go for the Arcanes. He's going to go for, most likely, that Orc of Malevolence like we talked about earlier. And that's completely different from the Bloodstone we saw Korok get with those Arcane Boots very early on. So yeah, like you said, completely different play styles. And to each his own, I guess. And it worked really well for Korok, and so far it's working for Demon too. And 100 last hits for Jo as well. His armlet is done. 688 gold in the bank. They've got 4,000 experience lead and 3,000 gold. But this game a little bit closer than the previous one.
Yeah, it's a little bit closer, and Smeagol's done a better job, but you still think their picks are a little bit awkward, trying to fit in that lone druid, and that Nature's Prophet doesn't really give you that home run hit hero. You don't have that mid laner that can come in and be effective at 14 minutes where we are right now, like the puck would be, and the puck was available. He comes in with a couple of disables and can output burst damage. You're dealing with a lone druid who does damage, but it's damage over time. It's far less reliable when you're considering there's an infest in play. There's a lot of mobility from Storm Spirit. There's black holes, all kinds of things you have to cope with as well. So, I mean, it's just an awkward setup, and we see demons being chased over here by a Spirit Bear, but Smurf is going to call him back. I know they value the lone druid pick. Smurf has valued the lone druid pick since last summer when it was on Josh to back Dota, but forcing it is a little bit awkward.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you 100%. Meanwhile, big battle breaking out right now. There's Laguna Blade taking down Beatus, but of course, Jo grabbing that kill on Taku right now. There's the Demonic Purge. Jo's in some trouble right now. He's going to try to do anything that he can. He's got the armlet still going, taking quite a bit of damage here. He's got Rage on cooldown. Now it's off. He's going to armlet toggle. Now he's going to try to fight again. Hasu taking a lot of damage. Here comes the Spirit Bear on the backside. Nature's Wrath, they want this kill. Jo with another armlet toggle, somehow escaping. Now he should go down. Now he's going to eat a tree. He needs an armlet toggle. He needs an armlet toggle again. There's Fear. He's got Black Hole available. No, 43 seconds. He's going to jump inside Fear and just try to escape. Now coming from the backside's Demon, looking for something, looking for anything. Could be Taku, could be Smeagol. Now they want to try to fight on Demon. Oh, Demon gets a nice kill on Hasu on that Juggernaut. Now he's going to ball lightning down to the low ground. Now the chase is on for EG. Beatus wants a Fiend's Grip. Demon, he's just trying to slow somebody. There's the disruption, the Life Strike Array. They use them at the same time, not combining up. Fiend's Grip on the side of Clouds. He is going to go down for sure. That bear, though, Beatus trying to take some damage there. He's going to go down. Demon with a double kill in the meantime. Ball lightning all the way on the other side. There's the Infest going out. They need to get some more health on Jo. Jo is going to have to back off here. He's going to use his Midas, of course, because it was off cooldown, and that fight ends up going the way of EG, I believe. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. And, I mean, they've got 7,500 experience right now, as well as 5,000 gold, almost 7,500 gold after that fight. So you got to say that EG definitely won that fight.
Yeah, and it's going to be difficult for EG to lose a fight moving forward just because of the amount of farm on Jo. We saw him surviving for so long there, and it was even with Fear moving away from him at a point where I'm pretty sure he was screaming at him in whatever voice IP thing they use, which is probably raid call because they're EG, but screaming at him to come towards him because he almost cost him his life by moving away a little bit. And we see bottom lane's their aggression.
Yeah, right now, Bambo definitely in some more trouble. He wants to be aggressive here, but Bambo Dota, well, Hasu's going to clean that up with a nice little Blade Fury. Hasu going for the Drum of Endurance, excuse me. Demon is going to pick up an Invis. He's got that bottle going for him now. Jo's still farming away in the jungle. He's used that Infest, I think, to regain his health. Of course, he's got that Midas. Blink Dagger done for Fear, by the way. And with this Midas pickup, Lifestealer has 2,000 gold in the bank, and we'll see what he wants to go in terms of items right now. Nobody's building Phase, I don't believe, on the side of EG just yet, so I think Jo probably could do that if he wants to, or not Phase, Drum. Nobody's building Drum just yet. God, I cannot get an item name right for the life of me. Demon's going to get a little bit entangled there, but that's fine. He's just going to go Invis and said, whatever, not a big deal. Of course, the Familiar is scouting everything out while Bambo is dead. They want to try to get that one Familiar. Of course, it's kind of low in health, but he'll fly away and survive. And Beatus is smoked up alone. This is an interesting mission for Beatus. I'm not quite sure what he's doing here. He's going to get counteracted by
It's going to be a suicide mission.
Oh, he's got a Fiend's Grip, and he just wants to lay into him with Taku's. Wow. It was that easy for Beatus. I thought for sure Hasu was going to run into him, but Beatus just does a drive-by, smoke Fiend's Grip casually onto Taku, and he's like, alright, I'll take that kill. That's fine.
Hasu kind of just avoided it. I don't know what really intimidated him from solo Bane. He must have assumed there was team members there because he had the ward that showed once the Phoenix Grip was engaged, and he could have ran up and just Omni-slashed him, but he opted not to. So, interesting play. And now Demon Infest Bomb top lane, Spirit Bomb.
Oh, boom. The Spirit Bomb just connects, and it's just too much damage. And that Static Remnant's just left over on that grave, the bloody pool. Oh, that poor Nature's Prophet. That poor bastard. He's dead. But the Familiar is now still scouting out. These have actually been really, really annoying. You can see, I mean, with that last kill with Beatus, and of course the Familiar is just doing so much damage to Taku. Even when Bambo's not alive, he's just annoying, essentially. And Bambo's not really been contributing a whole lot. I mean, he's got 3 deaths, and I think that might be the most deaths on the team. He's tied with Beatus. Meanwhile, Fear is going to get caught out. There's, of course, the Demonic Purge, and there's going to be the Blade Fury coming in just a second. That's going to take that off. The Black Hole just to save his life right now, but there's nobody else coming in except for Beatus. He doesn't have his Fiend's Grip. Oh, Bambo with a huge Soul Assumption right now. Cloud's taking some damage. He's going to disrupt himself right now. Where's the follow-up? They need more than this. Meanwhile, Demon coming in on the backside. TP coming in from Smeagol there, just trying to take down Bambo. But of course the Familiar is doing so much damage to Soul Assumption, that'll grab the kill. On the backside, Demon's gonna come in and grab Smeagol. There he goes, the root on Bambo. The stun's coming out from the Familiars right now. Can he survive? Demon trying to help out here. There's the root, that's gonna grab the kill. But Demon's cleaning everything up, and now Smurf is gonna TP out of there. And Fiend's Grip now on Taku. Now the Familiar's gonna come in here and also take down Taku as well. And the Familiars again, they go to work. Beatas and the Familiars combo, it just works so well. And Beatas says Taku with a little smiley face, and Taku's not happy, obviously, but unbelievable.
Yeah, and this has been, I mean, obviously Dignitas put a better fight up earlier in the day, but it's been so similar. They just threw a tri-lane at Smeagol, where the only person tri-lane is Hasu gets jumped on middle, but I don't know if, ooh, he's going to continue. He's so fast.
Yeah, I mean, he's got SMY up on that Life Sealer, and Fear's going to blink forward and just throw up his Malefice real quick, and it doesn't even matter. There's the Demonic Purge, actually. Fear already has his Black Hole on cooldown right now, and he's actually going to jump inside him. Now Fear can let him go and let, of course, him infest out. Jayo can infest out when necessary. There's no real help yet, but of course Beatas as well as Demon are coming. Beatas is very speedy, actually going for phase boots on the Bane there, and of course Demon coming in, he can ball lightning in if necessary. Fear getting chased after by that bear. Now they're going to back off here, but the Familiar is going to scout out on the clouds. Now they might head bottom where Smeagol is, but he'll probably TP out before he's in too much trouble. Like right now is when he should TP out, and he in fact will do so. So Jayo's going to jump outside of Fear with 1,300 gold in the bank, SNY, Armlet, and the Hand of Midas. So he's speedy. He's got a little bit of everything there. Decides to not go for the drum, and EG, they're in a commanding lead with 10,000 experience and almost 10,000 gold as well.
Yeah, so the thing I was talking about is that EG just decided they want to throw a tri-lane. Oh, interrupted again.
Where?
Demon. Laguna played to the face with a soul catcher.
Oh, I didn't
See you later. Demon stood no chances. But the point is they threw a tri-lane at them that didn't really do that much. It was just to frustrate them. And if you take a look at the record, you can see the tri-lane from EG combines for 4 and 10. 4 and 10 from their tri-lane. And it didn't matter. It was enough to interrupt the farm of this Juggernaut, made his life living hell as top lane Visage kills off Prophet.
It's the same thing that they've been doing all game. It's literally that easy. Fiend's Grip. Bambo sends his Familiars around, they get kills. Meanwhile, down in the bottom jungle right now, Bambo getting caught out a little bit. Jayo's kind of low in health. He's got infest in a second. He's waiting to infest. He's going to go ahead. No, I thought he was going to infest on one of those ogres, but he's just going to use his Midas instead. Meanwhile, Light Strike Array, and Fear is down. Fear will buy back immediately, realizing he might have not been in the best position there while his team was just trying to back off. He buys back, and he gets immediately to a tower by just TPing to a tower, or he gets immediately to the jungle, TPing to the tower, then blinking into the jungle, essentially. So he gets back to farming for no other reason than to just farm, essentially. He has his Black Hole, by the way. They're going to go for the Tier 2 tower bottom, which is actually rather low. There's no Tier 2 top. There is a Tier 2 mid, which is at full health right now. They have a nice little Dire Ward here on the Uber Cliff. But at this point in time, it's looking pretty bad for the Radiant side, I'd say. I mean, they've... Oh, Anapole now going in again. And Smeagol is just going to go down once again. Demon grabbing another easy kill with his Orchid Malevolence completed. So it's just getting worse and worse at this point. Smeagol is desperately trying to get a Shadow Blade with that Shadow Amulet. Basher's done for Jayo, and we see Bambo very close to that Aghanim Scepter as well. So the items are coming for EG. They are really not there for Smeagol right now, and, well, that's not a big surprise. But they're looking for Smoke Top.
No, it's not a surprise. They're going to try and jump on Beatas here, and Beatas, without even his friendly Familiars to try and help him out, maybe in trouble.
Yeah, he very well could be, and that's the first in Entangle. Beatas cannot catch a break, the Soul Catcher for good luck, but wow, he's staying alive a lot longer than I thought he would, but Juggernaut does take care of Beatas. He'll go down. Not a whole lot you can do there, I suppose. Now coming through, Demon looking for, of course, Taku's gonna working him up, but now Demon's in some trouble. That Laguna Blade is off cooldown, by the way. Demon is in some trouble here. He needs to get out of there. The Dragon Slave's gonna miss. Meanwhile, Jayo's gonna pick up a kill. I'm not sure where he came in on the backside now, and there's Jayo taking a Light Strike Array. Laguna Blade, a lot of damage. He's going to infest inside Demon. Demon will bring him away. Now there's the root going down on Bambo. Bambo takes one for the team. These roots are going every 5 seconds. They can't do anything about it. Demon looking to go again. Oh, he misses that stun. Nice juke coming out. Bambo picks up that kill with the familiars. There's the black hole. On to 2 right now. The entangle doesn't matter. They want to take down Clouds. Clouds is going to be first. They need to take down Smurf next. Jo taking a lot of damage. He's going to fall. Smurf, however, he's going to, of course, get Maleficed right now. But there's the Blade Fury trying to chase after Fear. Now, of course, bought back into the game is on the Clouds. Demon coming back in as well, looking for the kill. He'll pick it up with Visage getting the kill with the familiars once more. Maleficed going to go into Hasu. He doesn't have Blade Fury. Fear just trying to juke into the trees. He's blocked his path right now. The familiars, no, he will go down with the help of On the Clouds. But there's the Fiend's Grip. Can they get Hasu as well? On top of that, the familiars still chasing. It doesn't matter. They're going to at least get Clouds here. Smeagol on the backside. This fight has been going on for at least 2 minutes. Demon still chasing, running out of mana, running very low. He wants that last one. Yes, he gets it with the overload charge. Just barely. Now back to the other side of the map. At the Ancient Stack, Smeagol, he's going to get nightmared right now. Beatus is alone. He's got no Fiend's Grip here. But there comes the side of the Bane with the Brain Sap, but the Laguna Blade in return. And it's just Trade City all over the place. And that escalated. I mean, to take an Anchorman line.
Taku versus Familiars. Hold on, it's not over yet.
It's not over. The Familiars, they want the
fight,
stun.
honestly.
Oh, they got the Familiar, the stun. Taku, he can't get out alive. Demon, he's gonna pull it. No, the Light Strike Array. Demon, he wants this pull desperately. He's not gonna get it. They see the TP rotations coming in. The Aghanim Scepter, by the way, is done for Bambo, and he's like, I need to get out of here. Boy, did that escalate quickly. And yes, it's. I think it's over now. I'm pretty sure.
I'd say with the third familiar now making its way into play, that Taku is going to have a really, really sad game. Not that he's had... I mean, he hasn't played poorly. You can see he's 6-4. But those familiars deal so much damage to no farm supports that it's just stupid. Like, it's like having 3 heroes just auto-attack you casually, and they run at a faster speed. They ignore terrain, so you just have to kind of try and deal with it. But that's not going to be easy for Alina at this stage to do. Meanwhile, Free Roshan's going to go. There's absolutely nothing Smeagol can do about it. We see the kill lead has kind of dwindled a little bit, but now Beatus in trouble on top lane. He's trying to be a hero.
What are you doing there? What?
Trying to be a hero.
Beatus, no. Come on. You just knew that you were going to take a Laguna Blade to the face, and I guess that's revenge. Taku's like, you know what? I'm sick of your damn Fiend's Grip and your familiars harassing me. Just die. So he just throws the Laguna Blade into the face of Beatus, excuse me, and well, now they're gonna push top.
Doesn't it feel like Laguna Blade is their only damage though? So that being expended, it's almost like you want to regard it as one of those big team fight ultimates, despite the fact that it's a low cooldown, sometimes less significant ultimate, but it is out, and now we do see a huge fight engage.
Oh, that was a big blink from Fear. He blinked right out of there as he was going to get stunned. Soul Summon's going to go on Hasu right now. Fear, he's got his black hole in 23 seconds, but here's the Spirit Bomb going in. Demon trying to do some damage, looking for Clouds, looking for Taku to pull. Smurf's going to fall down as well. Still chasing. Lena's going to go down. Clouds is escaping, as you can see, but the chase is on right now. Clouds going to go into the jungle looking for that TP. Do they have anything? The Malefice, there it goes. Demon grabbing the kill. And they take 3 down right now, looking for maybe a tier 3, maybe the tier 2 mid. Meanwhile, the Nightmare up on Smeagol. Can they get over there? Is Beatus just going to try to solo him? Smeagol has a Shadow Blade, so I guess Beatus is not really concerned about this. Smeagol is going to sit right next to him and just say, hey, what's up? What's going on? Eul's Scepter is going for Beatus soon. Meanwhile, that bear had a Maelstrom, and he's going for Basher as well. It looks like he's got the, the bear itself had the Javelin on him, so I'm pretty sure he's going for that Basher, but they will rotate to the tier 2 right now. With that Aegis, there's the Medallion of Courage done as well for that Visage. And
I mean, EG have just looked phenomenal. If you look at the net worth, you can see 16,000 on Nyx. Next closest is half of that at 8,000 on Lone Druid. So this is what they want to do in every game, it seems. Get Jo into a solo lane if they can. And if they're able to do that, they've been winning a lot of these games. Jo is a phenomenal farmer, and 1v1 matchups he can make the most of. Clouds gets instantly raped. Not even worth addressing, as we see the tier 2 in the middle continue to be pushed in and pressured a little bit here.
Yeah, and looks like SMG wants to fight this, which could be a mistake. You can see Jo's here on the backside. He's like, I'm looking for fresh meat right now, and he's going to find Taku. Taku will blink away, luckily, but now a TP in. Blade Fury coming in. Bambo taking some damage. He's got Soul Assumption. He can use it if necessary. Nice Sprout coming in as well. Smeagol taking a lot of damage. Demon will pick up that kill for sure. Now Hasu, he's got no Blade Fury to get out of there. Meanwhile, he's going to use that Eul's Scepter. Jo grabbing a kill. That Eul's Scepter is going to go down. They will grab that kill with Bambo, using, of course, that Soul Assumption and the Familiars there. I'm just trying to keep my eyes all over the map because EG wants to fight in every which freaking direction, it seems like. Smeagol, I think, just bought back to push the bottom tier 2 tower. Yes. Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
That's an idea, I guess. It's a little bit late for Nature's Prophet to try and be hero mode where he tries to solo push everything on the map, but it's better than him being in the fights and just dying anyway. But Beatus has really thought himself a tremendous player this game, and he continues to try and solo heroes, so he instantly can test the push from Smeagol.
Smeagol's got to be scared. I mean, he's like, those familiars are coming for me, man, because, like, I'm going to have nightmares about that. Meanwhile, Ball Lightning, the silence going on Clouds, taking more damage. Ball Lightning again. Clouds dead. Demon another kill. He's unstoppable now. He's got the Aegis. He's got the Bloodstone, by the way, which is finished up. So he's got a lot of mana regen here. So just walking around is just going to give him some nice mana regen. And it'll be kind of tough to kill him as well on top of that. He's got the Aegis going for him. The Lifestealer has that Abyssal Blade, by the way. Looking for more, potentially. No. He had a Ball Lightning, just trying to be kind of menacing here. Fear is Black Hole for sure. He's also got a Perseverance. He's going to go for a Refresher for sure. I mean, I'm almost positive. That root, there's the Aegis. Somehow it gets expended there. The bear getting some lucky hits in. I think Laguna Blade might have went as well, but I'm not sure. No, it did not.
No,
I'm crazy. I missed it.
Procced a couple of Maelstorms, and animation didn't go off because it was an instant kill or something. It was weird. But Storm Spirit does die, but he also has the Bloodstone, which just interestingly popped off the Bloodstone active. So it's weird that it forces it after the Aegis is expended. I wonder how the interaction works between them. Because remember, this is a revised Bloodstone. You can activate it, and you can get the sacrifice to heal your teammates. I don't know if Storm actually activated it there. He could have. Maybe that's why he got bursted down so quickly.
Yeah, that might have been something to do with it. I think he realized he might have died there and just used it. That's actually definitely a good usage. Laguna Blade's going to go, and Bambo, wow, he's going to take a lot of that damage. And that was a Smoke Gate coming out. Meanwhile, they're going to go right on top. Oh, the Spirit Bomb just blows him up, and the Infest going out. Open Wounds, now the TP, they have a pull. Yes, Clouds, you are not escaping, my friend. You are dead. And one more right click should do the job. Double kill for Jo in the meantime. Visage will buy back. And now Beatus is going to go ahead and just speed his way down to, of course, the rest of his teammates, just ready to fight. He says, here I am, guys. Been pushing for the last 5 minutes or so, but he's here. He's ready to go.
He's so fast. It's ridiculous. Yules, of course, gives you plus 35 move speed. He has phase boots and drums. He's moving at 490 with his phase active. He's just zooming where he wants to smuggle.
The Fiend's grip isn't going to be enough. He's got to tap right after this. Oh, he gets the kill. Beatus, you were talking about how he couldn't solo? Well, there it is. He solos no problem on that Nature's Prophet. Now they're going to go for that Tier 3. Tier 3 taking a lot of damage. Malphite's going to go on that bear. They're going to kill the bear. They really don't care about that bear. Smurf can recreate it in 1 second, and will do so. But that's Tier 3 tower gone, and now they're going to go for the racks because they're available. There's no fortification. Familiars, of course, doing some damage. They can always just go down and get more damage as well on top of that. But Jo's providing enough damage as it is, and this bear is just trying to go, and it's going to get resummoned. It's got open wounds. Now the Ball Lightning coming in. There's going to be the pull going on to the Lina. She is dead. Will be 2 for Demon. Yes, it will. A double kill going for Demon. He's getting Omni Slash right now. He's going to back away. There's the Blade Fury. Of course, the Abyssal Blade Sun going to Hasu. Hasu's going to go down. That's a kill for Jo. There's the Black Hole just for Smurf, but the Yule Scepter from Beatus, because why not? Smurf's going to get pulled in anyways, and he is going to go down as well as he disconnects from the game. GG is called. EG remain undefeated, ladies and gentlemen, and well, with a stunning performance as always.
Yeah, there was about 5 minutes where we didn't know what EG were doing, and I'm not sure they knew what they were doing either with that tri-lane, but once again, they just frustrate the carry enough on the opposition, and this is a carry in Juggernaut that probably should have fared a little bit better because he can ignore a lot of the magical damage and aspects coming out from EG's tri-lane than he did, but nonetheless, they gave Jo room and space to farm and then just cash in on that ticket and ride Jo plus Demon on the Storm Spirit to the victory. So 14-2 on Storm Spirit, 12-1 on Lifestealer. I'd say those are pretty sound games.
You know who my MVP of the game is?
It's Beatus because he's a hero.
Yeah, he was the hero of the game. Gotta give a shout out to Beatus for
and he moves so fast.
He said he wanted to outrace the race car carry, and boy did he ever. Anyways, we're gonna jump into the next game, guys. Thanks for joining us here on the American Dota League. Check out twitch.tv/American Dota League, AmericanDotaLeague.com. Forgot to shout that out last few games. Twitter.com/American Dota. My name is Malt. You can follow me at Twitter.com/MaltDota2. Give us critiques. With me tonight is my co-caster, NY John, who you can find on Twitter.com/NYJohnTV, as well as Twitch.tv/NYJohnTV. Any shout-outs before we head to the last game of the night, John?
We should call B-Diz Ricky Bobby because he just wants to go fast.
That's right. Ricky Bobby it is. We're going to head into the next game, guys. We'll be right back. Stick around.